My name is Kwame Matthews, and I'm an associate professor and small ruminant specialist in the Department of Agriculture and Natural Resources and Cooperative Extension. I work with all producers in Delaware that has sheep or goats, and I assist with as much as possible where it comes to research, extension, or teaching in our department. Working at Delaware State University, we have direct contact with students. And one of my major aims is to get our students to actually learn by doing. And learning by doing has been working. We have at least 10 students that go through the animal science program to work on the farm or in the lab every single year. So that is one plus for DSU. And directly all my students learn how to handle animals, and they all undergraduate students must participate in animal production research work at the farm. And therefore, that is a plus for our students. Most of the students that leave Delaware State University with a real interest and drive to go further, they are all working in an area in animal science that they love. So in Delaware, there is over 140 small ruminant producers, which I work with closely with at least 20 of those producers on a regular basis. The producers I have are normally sheep producers. There's only about 5 to 10 goat producers that we constantly work with. We're increasing the number of goat producers, but most goat producers are into goat because of recreational use and not necessarily for production. So Delaware is a unique place when it comes to small ruminant producers. There is only a very few amount of minority producers in sheep and goat production. About 25% of the producers are going to be minority, and then majority of the producers are Caucasian. These producers, however, are interested in making enough from the goat industry, sheep and goat industry, by either for meat, milk, or fiber. The goat producers we have in Delaware, most of these producers are producers that have been running their business for a very long time, and therefore working with these producers to modify their production system or even assist with their production system is limited because they already have a lot of the knowledge on how to manage animal production. When it comes to parasite, that is where we have most of the problem with the sheep and goat industry, and therefore producers are more apt to listen to you when you have information about sheep and or goats. When I started working at Delaware State University in 2016, we went ahead and modified a lab space in order to do molecular parasitology, and we also have the farm, which is about 75 acres, which we use for animal research. The lab currently does research as applied research and basic research. We have been working on multiple parasites, so we don't only work on the barbapole or Haemococcus contortus. We actually work with Toxoplasma gondii as well to identify the prevalence of Toxoplasma gondii in the state of Delaware. So I enjoy working directly with the farmers. I prefer going on the farm to talk to farmers. I do like doing workshops because our farmers are very, very, very vocal. Once I start doing research and I present it to our farmers, they are normally very interactive and invite you to their farm to do some of that research. Everything we do can be applied to a farm and can be applied directly to what the producers are doing, which is very important. That is why a land-grant university was formed, in order to help people that needed the help directly. So what we do here in Delaware has an impact and is similar to what is done regionally. So in the past, we have created groups, and currently One of our extension group that we have includes Fort Valley State University, University of Maryland College Park, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, and the University and Virginia State University. With that, we have small ruminant specialists at these universities that we collaborate on many projects. We are working together in order to meet the needs of the producers in the Mid-Atlantic and also in the southern region of the United States.
Megan Pleasanton, Extension Educator at Delaware State University. So I graduated from Delaware State University in 2009, and I have been associated with Cooperative Extension since I was a student worker in 2007. So I have been around for quite a while. So I work with the DSU Small Farms program and the Master Gardener program. I am acting as their coordinator. So the Master Gardener program in Kent County has 45 active Master Gardeners, and they do a little bit of everything from workshop presentations to a demonstration garden. They also offer a plant sale where they raise money for scholarships for students that reside in Kent County. And we have a new program called the Garden Advice Program, where the Master Gardeners go and do site visits for homeowners in the county. The Master Gardener program, really what they do is they're volunteers that take our research-based information and they provide it to the homeowner. So they break it down in terminology that the average homeowner or member of the community can understand, and they're benefiting from that sustainable research-based information. So in Kent County, we typically impact around 3,500 people per year. That's through workshops, speaking engagements, our helpline. So we have a helpline that's free. They can call in if they have trouble with any of their gardening issues. We can provide some sustainable information back to them. We also do speaking engagements at libraries and other civic organizations as well. So about 3,500 people is what we impact. We do a lot of things online now. We've gone to Zoom, using Zoom platform, where we deliver a lot of our workshops online, so people from all over actually are able to have an opportunity to learn, sustainable gardening practices for our region. So the Kent County Master Gardeners have been giving a scholarship for the past 15 years. They started with revenue in their account, and they wanted to find a way to give back to the community. So we started doing scholarships, a plant sale to raise funds for the scholarship. And the past 2 years, we've done a hybrid plant sale where it's half virtual and then half in person. So they're able to pick up items last minute, and we've really had a great success using this hybrid method. So this year we were able to raise enough funds that next year we'll be able to give 4 $1,000 scholarships, and it's something that the volunteers feel very passionately about because it's giving back to youth in our community that are majoring in horticulture or agriculture or related science. So it's really a nice way for our volunteers to give back to the community. The Kent County Master Gardener recently started a publicity committee where we write articles to the Delaware State News. We've developed a relationship with them, so we have a monthly gardening column to keep the volunteers connected to the community, and it's an avenue to be able to share our upcoming workshops that we have to offer as well. So the Garden Advice Program here at DSU, it allows Master Gardener volunteers to go out to homeowners' homes, and they are able to set 3 priority areas for the Master Gardeners to investigate once they do their site visit, and then they offer them sustainable solutions to some of their gardening practices, and they also get a write-up at the end, and it's a way that the Master Gardeners can increase some revenue for some of their committees to continue operation. For the Small Farms program, we offer an annual conference called the Profiting from a Few Acres Conference, and I am on that committee, and each year the topics tend to change with the trends of the time. We also help small farmers and people that own limited acreage and have small operations on their farmland, and we help people that have woodland acreage and forage lands. So our DSU Profiting from a Few Acres Conference, it's been around for about 15 years, and it's a way for DSU to connect with their small farmers and showcase some of the upcoming ways to make a profit on your farm. We bring in speakers from all over, and it's been very successful in the past. This year we did a virtual version where people could join from all over in the comfort of their own homes and still learn about some practices that small farmers are using in this region to make a profit on their farm. The Profiting from a Few Acres conference is typically held in March. It's normally a 2-day conference, and previously it was done in person, and we've moved to a virtual model now.
Yes, I'm Andy Wetherill, and I am an agribusiness extension specialist and adjunct faculty at Delaware State University. Presently we have a new minority farmers association called the First State African American Farmers Association. I am a founding member, and I'm also the Delaware State University link to that organization. I was chiefly responsible for aggregating and coalescing farmers, bringing them together under one roof. That farming association is a fully functional 501c3 organization, and Delaware State was very, very instrumental in helping them to make that happen. The organization was founded in 2018, but it became a 501c3 organization officially in 2020. Now it has about 35 members and about 20 active members. My role is to provide guidance, direction, and resource to the organization. My goal is to make sure that the minority farmers are informed of programs and initiatives that comes from Delaware Department of Agriculture, USDA, as well as university initiatives. If we're doing research and demonstrations that can benefit farmers, we can quickly get to them through the First State African American Farmers Association. It has been a mutually beneficial relationship between Delaware State University and the First State African American Farmers Association.
My name is Natasha Lamadou, and I am the Expanded Food Nutrition and Education Program Supervisor. I have been part of this program for 11 years, and I truly do enjoy still working with family and children. So, FNEP is a program that's been around for more than 125 years and enhancing the lives of families all over the world, not just in Delaware. As the Expanded Food and Nutrition Supervisor, which we acronym as FNEP, as the supervisor, I am responsible for overseeing education, helping to design the curriculum and enhance the curriculum that we already use, which that is the part where I love to use my creativity. And then I oversee other paras. And I also do education classes as well. I do parents mostly. Through the recipes and the Eating Smart Being Active curriculum, we're able to recreate an environment as the educator to go in and give them an exciting perspective on not what they can't have, but what they can have. So we try our best to make sure that we reinforce that, don't worry about what you can't have. I need you to focus on what you can have, and then design all these different recipes with them just so we can recreate and foster a healthier lifestyle environment for them throughout the class. So the amount of people that we usually serve per year in this particular program can range anywhere between 150 to 250 individuals, such as moms and mothers and parents. But for kids, we started out really small, doing maybe 75 in the last 11 years, but now we are up to over 1,000 a year. So we're really excited about that we're moving forward, considering we have a really small staff of 2.5 sometimes. Now we're down to 2. But we try our best to outreach as much as possible to shelters, community centers, churches. We really put our feet to the ground in making sure that we target family places where we know that families congregate. In this present moment, people are eager to get back into life, get back into moving, get back into doing things. So they're really open, but I am hoping through the educational measures that we take as far as engaging, making sure the environment is interactive, that we're able to maintain interest. So that is why we try so hard to make sure that we have interactive material, things they can touch, things they can feel, recipes that they can actually recreate on their own, not so much as moving towards demos, but actually allowing them to recreate those recipes themselves. that is what I feel like will kind of keep families engaged with the learning of nutritional material.
Hello, I am Dean Parnell, Youth Program Educator here at Delaware State University in the 4-H Cooperative Extension Program. I have been in this capacity for the last 15 years as a youth educator in Sussex County, specializing in STEM activities with our students. There are currently 4 of us working in 4-H youth development. We cover the entire state. We're able to go into the various communities in each of the 3 counties, and we each have our own areas of specialty and expertise. We're able to tailor our 4-H programming not only to meet the needs of the community, but also to accentuate what it is we do well. And we're able to translate that into the caring and compassionate programming that's necessary for the success of 4-H here at Delaware State University. Our programs are all over Sussex County. We typically are right in the heart of the communities that we serve. So we go where the students are so that we are right where the need is, because transportation is often a barrier in Sussex County. It's a rural county, and so we want to make sure that we go to where they are. Students always have their favorites when it comes to the programming that we do. It's all science-based. Their favorites are the ones that are the most hands-on, and usually when there's something edible involved. So when we're able to do fizzy fruit in the summertime, where we're able to put dry ice in a tray, put a rack over the top of it, and slices of watermelon, allowing the dry ice to sublimate into carbon dioxide gas that is absorbed by the watermelon, giving it a fizzy taste, so it's almost like biting into a watermelon soda. The kids absolutely love it. I had a kid just the other day ask if I plan on buying any dry ice anytime soon, as his creative way of asking if we are going to do fizzy watermelon this summer. The answer is usually yes, because that is the absolute favorite that the kids enjoy. Each site has its own number of students, which could range from small sites having 5 to 10 students. Larger sites may have 20 to 30 students at a given time. In a given year, we probably interact with 100 students, give or take. That includes after-school programs and summer camps. We've been able to focus largely on places like Ellendale, Georgetown, Bridgeville. Those have been our core areas. The need is everywhere, but I'm still just one person. I make every moment count. The times that we spend with the kids are more than just lessons that they're learning about science. They're also about just having the interaction, the time, and the ear and attention of a caring adult. And because that's so important to the kid, that's also important to me, and that is one of the things that drives me to do this, because we are more than just educators. We're also adult mentors to these children. We are parental figures. We are not their biological parents, and we're not substitute parents, but we are authority figures, and we have an influence, a positive influence, and that means something. And so even though the numbers may often be small, the impact is great, because the kids know that we see them, we care for them, and that they can trust us. Robotics is popular, though time-consuming and more costly than other programs. It's very popular because the kids like seeing the end product of their computer programming. Other activities that we've done that are hugely popular are things like making slime and learning the science behind that, making rockets, whether that be small or slightly larger rockets, and understanding some of the propulsion that's involved. We love being able to talk about rockets, especially given that we're able to highlight one of the rocket scientists in the news, Tierra Fletcher, who is an African-American woman who is designing the rocket ship that will take people to Mars. And so we're able to highlight that with students, and they're able to to get excited about seeing a rocket scientist that looks like them. We live in an increasingly technology-dependent world. The pandemic only served to highlight the need for technology and technological improvements, and those improvements are moving at light speed, and we see a continued need for professionals who understand how the technology works and how to utilize it and also to improve it. And so we're able to help plant the seeds that are necessary for foundational growth in the areas of STEM. So the main thing that to be known about our programming is that, it is a heartfelt effort. It is mission driven. We are there not just because we're assigned to be there, but we're there because we believe in the children and the communities that we serve. And we want all of the kids to be able to feel that acceptance and that connection to the information that we're teaching, as well as feeling a connection to caring adults like myself, and a connection to larger institutions like Delaware State University, and that they can be a part of the greatness that we're doing here as a college and university. It begins with just having a compassionate heart to be able to go in and listen to the needs of the community, what they see as important and what they see as vital for their future success. If we're not listening to the community that we serve, we won't be able to serve them very well. So that's an important role that we can play in being able to make sure that our programming is consistent and it is in place where we are able to meet people's needs now and for the future.